Hi, my name's Diane Brown. I'm a Wellbeing life coach, and today I'd like to talk to you about mental well-being, self-kindness, and a particular way that we can achieve both of those, and it's through being physically active. We don't often see exercise and physical activity as part of the well-being set. We tend to think more of the massages, the therapies, and maybe even beauty treatments as part of our self-care routine. But physical activity is so important and so effective in helping us feel healthier and feel better. There's lots of different ways to engage in physical activity and exercise. It's not all about going down to the gym. It's not all about jogging around the park. There's a type of body movement to suit everybody at whatever stage in life you are and whatever stage of fitness you are. So why is physical activity so important? Well, it can really lift our mood, for one thing. Yes, it's true that exercise regular over a period of time is really beneficial to our health, but have you considered that even one short walk on a particular day can help you feel better on that day too? So it can be short-term effective as well as long-term effective. It's a reason many runners, joggers like to do what they do. It's because it helps them escape the house for a little while. That's something that can also be achieved going for a walk. You don't have to take up running unless you want to. Another big benefit of physical activity is it's a way that we can engage with the outdoors and get some more daylight. Daylight has been shown in scientific studies to be hugely beneficial to people's well-being. It's something about the sunshine. We've all noticed it on a bright day, and in winter we notice that it's not there. Getting outside as much as possible can be really helpful to boost our mood, and when combined with physical activity and exercise, we're getting a double benefit. Another aspect of being active that's sometimes overlooked is it can help with our socialising as well. There's an opportunity to join clubs that will take people at all different levels of ability, as well as being part of communities online to compare notes, swap stories, share our achievements and what we're proud of. Whatever kind of activity you become interested in, there'll be a group, a club or a community that will want to share what you're doing with you and will want to celebrate with you too. So it's a really good way of building a foundation of friends who share similar interests, which really reinforces the feeling of belonging, which is important to our well-being too. So there's lots and lots of different reasons why being physically active can help the way we feel. Being active supports the mind-body connection. You need the mind to tell the body to move, and the body will give the mind feedback on how it's feeling, if it wants to do more or less, if it wants to relax or push harder. Experiencing that connection between mind and body is really important, especially in our modern lives when we spend a lot of time indoors, facing computer screens, facing television sets, and not always interacting with people on a one-to-one level. We sometimes feel disconnected from ourselves, and being active and moving our bodies can help re-establish that connection. It can make us feel part of the world, part of something bigger than us, and certainly part of something more than the thoughts going round in our head. Another benefit of being physically active is how it builds confidence. Once you've done one or two walks or jogs or swims or dances or whatever it is you'd like to try, you will feel proud of your achievement, especially as you start to do more than you previously thought you were capable of. It's one of the reasons people can really get into exercise and want to keep going, because it really builds a sense of self-worth and self-esteem. Another thing not many people realise about being physically active is how it can improve body image. And by this, I don't mean it's all about losing weight or getting beach bikini ready. In fact, it's nothing to do with those things at all. These often become ways of punishing ourselves rather than celebrating ourselves. Now, what I'm talking about here is that when we re-establish the connection between mind and body, we start to appreciate our body more. We appreciate what it can do instead of focusing on what it can't. We start to appreciate how it can help us feel good when we move it more. And when we appreciate our bodies more, we speak to it more kindly. We take much more pride in what we're able to do. What we're able to do and how we're able to feel is so much more important than what we look like. And it really helps our body image when those effects start to sink in. So that's great. There's so many benefits to our mental well-being of being physically active. But where do you start? If you're the sort of person whose last experience of exercise was PE at school, or if you're the sort of person who's always seen people who exercise as them rather than us, you might find it a difficult concept to grasp, first of all, that you're going to try this. This is a self-identity issue, but actually anybody is capable of exercise. The clue's in the name, any body. If you have a body, you can move it. So start small and start where you are now. This isn't about what other people are doing. This isn't about what the latest fitness magazine says. It isn't about what the latest sports coach says. It's not even about what I say. This is about what you can comfortably do now. What could you do to move your body today that you would feel confident of being able to do? It might be a 20-minute walk. It might be a 5-minute walk. It might be walking up and down the stairs a few times, or it might be having a dance in the kitchen while you wait for your cup of tea to be ready. Whatever it is, start where you are now, and don't discount it. It's important to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere, and there's no such thing as something that doesn't count. If you've moved your body, it counts. Once you've done it today, then you can start to think about what you'd like to do tomorrow. Do a little bit more perhaps. Or if what you did today felt hard enough, do the same again. Even do less tomorrow if what you tried today was too hard. It's absolutely fine to do a little bit less if that's what feels right. This isn't about pushing yourself to the limit, it's about finding what feels good. Think about the sort of activities you'd like to do as well. What do you think you'd enjoy? What do you used to enjoy when you were younger? What have you seen other people do that you fancy trying? I'd quite like to try hula hooping. I've seen a few people doing that. I've not got myself a hula hoop yet, but one day soon I will. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. We don't have to take exercise seriously. Anything where we move our bodies counts, and we can build it up a little at a time. The Department of Health recommends 150 minutes of physical activity, moderate physical activity, every week. So this is getting yourself out of breath for 30 minutes, 5 times a week. Or you could split it into smaller sections, or you could do it in fewer, longer sections. It doesn't really matter how you split it up. But you don't have to go out there and do your 150 minutes on week 1. Start where you are now. You can build up a few minutes each week, maybe add 10 minutes on each week, and eventually you'll get there. That's all it takes. Another thing is finding support. It can be a bit lonely trying to set out on an exercise regime when we're doing it on our own. Yes, it can be done. Lots of people have done it, and well done to them. But finding support will make your journey easier and more enjoyable. There's loads of support you can get with getting physically active. You can use your local leisure centre for support and advice. You could join a local club, especially if there's one doing an activity that interests you. Most clubs love welcoming beginners, and most clubs really don't mind what your starting ability is. Go and try it out, see what the people are like, and then decide if that's a club you'd like to join. Finding a supportive environment and new friends can make so much difference to your exercise experience. And yes, you can ask your friends that you already have if they'd like to join you, and maybe they will. But remember, if they're new to exercise as well, they might face the same struggles as you. Much better is to get support from someone who's been where you are but has overcome those struggles, and then you can get the kind of advice and support you need, as well as being inspired by their achievements. And at some point, you'll probably be inspiring other people yourself too, and you'll be the one welcoming the beginners. If you prefer to exercise on your own, that's also fine. Not everybody needs to join a club. But you might find some community support online, maybe a friendly Facebook group who share similar interests to you. There's lots of different ways to do it, so just check it out. So I hope watching my video today has inspired you to give exercise and physical activity a try to support your well-being. It's such an accessible and relatively affordable way to support our well-being. Pretty much anybody can put on a pair of shoes, walk out the front door and go for a walk. So think about what you could try today. If you'd like any more support or you have any questions, then please do get in touch with me. I'm Diane Brown, Wellbeing Life Coach. Have a lovely day.